Hey everybody, welcome to another Beastman review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Worlds Collide version of Bumblebee. It's a mouthful of bees right there. It kind of stings a little bit. It's like Candyman, but with the dogs. Dogs that bark at the bees from Simpsons. I digress. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at this Bumblebee figure. Bought it a while back. I bought the 4-pack. It was the Beast Wars deco of Black Arachnia with the more Black Arachnia. It's a little bit of a confusing backstory to how that Black Arachnia's head is. That's for another video. Has the Nemesis Primal, and it has a Titan Master, and I can't think of what his name was for the life of me. He was the purple, the pink, black, and gray flying Doge. I'm sure later on it'll pop in my head, but as of right now, our main focus is on the bee himself. Be kind, be yourself, oh behave. So, you might be thinking my bad. You might be thinking, oh, the mold looks a little familiar, and well, it should because, well, they just reused the Earthrise Cliffjumper, which I have no problem with. No problem with, because with everything now with Bumblebee, he's been forgotten as being the Volkswagen Beetle, and now he is like a sports car evolution into that type of design. As you may have seen, it really started off with Transformers, the movie in 2007. Transformers animated somewhat. He was kind of like a more sportsy kind of vehicle, still somewhat very Volkswagen Buggish, but a little bit more on the sportsy side. And then pretty much everything else after that we've seen. All the way up to Transformers Prime and even the RID and this Cyberverse show. He's not the cute little Volkswagen Beetle anymore. He is just this really nice, beefy sports car, muscle car. So, I mean, the only difference between these two molds is the color and the head. And you might be thinking, it's not the gun that he comes with. Well, I was going to make a joke, but no. Well, the world stopped turning. This is the gun he comes with originally, which is the same weapon setup that Cliffjumper comes with, but it doesn't really fit him. I mean, it's very military looking, and to me, Bumblebee's not really up there with, being very militaristic in nature. I mean, a nice little, pistol. Yeah, I could see B with that. Giant bazooka. Yeah, that's kind of more of a Cliffjumper thing, as you may have seen the first episode of Transformers G1. He did try taking Megatron offline and horrendously missed. Somehow he had him right in his viewfinder. Well, he needs to get his viewfinder checked. So this is the pretty much how he would come. As we can, well, that's pretty good. Oh, there we go. So let's move a little cliff off to the side. He jumped the cliff. As all figures, pretty much starting with the siege line, blast effects. It has become a staple in the figures. The figures' weapons. I mean, you can even unplug that, and I've noticed the Kingdom figures, as in like the Beast Wars characters, they don't have these blast effect ports, but which makes sense. Walk around with, yeah. So that was him getting blasted. Now my voice is gonna go away. I'm gonna sound like R2D2 for years to come. And he's got really good articulation. Again, he's got the same articulation as Cliff Jumper, and just for comparison, robot mode, there he is with his regular original Earth mode. So you can really see, I mean, the same engineering, just slightly remolded, to have the design that Cliff Jumper has. So I mean, they pretty much merged like two concepts. These guys did the Portara earrings, and that's more of the fusion dance. They became this beautiful, beautiful bouncing yellow boy. So, yes. Articulation. He can do a full 360 at his shoulder over and 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 over again. He's got a good hinge, so you can get a good range of motion. That's very enjoying. He can do a 360 at his bicep, and why, I don't know. He's a robot. I have to keep that in mind. He is a robot. And they can do anything, I guess. I mean, if Cup can have two elbows, the possibilities are endless. Good elbow swivel, and can do a full 360 at his wrist. Head can do a full 360. So, if he wants to recreate, the exorcism, he can spew green energon all over, or ecto cooler. Can turn at his waist, thankfully. I love waist articulation in figures. Especially if you're into photography like I am. Speaking of photography, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram at The Mighty Beastman, please feel free to go ahead. I post quite frequently as of lately. So, if you want to get some really good poses, like, I'm coming for you, Majin Buu. I'm going to destroy you. Wrong show. Yikes. He can do a really good forward kick. He can do a ballerina, and he can kick back. Not to be confused with the Insecticon. And I really like how they've engineered his knee, where it's like, you can't really tell where his foot is, but is it really important? I think this whole thing is his foot. So, I mean, he's got some good articulation. His foot can swivel. It is on a swivel. And if you really want to, you can take off his back. And baby's got back. Back, that is. You can do that. Don't try this at home. And then you can give him a shield. But the gun I have him holding is the one that came with the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Bumblebee Cybertronian Bumblebee. The one that, if you guys have ever heard of Transformers Frustration, he is the banana boat. That's what Wheeljack says, but kind of have to censor. That's one of my favorite fan works. So yeah, you can give him that blaster, and to me, the vibes I get from just how this figure looks, it makes me think. My apologies. There's no earthquake going on. I promise. I hope there's not one. Anyways, on a lighter note, the robot mode with him holding that blaster is very reminiscent of his blaster that came with the Pretender Bumblebee for his robot insides, which would be just his Volkswagen Beetle, which is a more beefier, bigger chunkier version of his G1 toy. So I mean that is his robot mode. Robot mode. Yes. So I mean I love the tone of yellow that they went with. Oh, my bad. For me bumping my table, like kind of goofed up the camera. But yeah, I love the yellow. It's definitely quite significantly different compared to the yellow that they used for the Transformers War for Cybertron. It was the Walmart version. I really like how it kind of looks more closer to, I guess, like the shade. I think it was the first Masterpiece Bumblebee. It was like a off dandelion yellow. That's what I'm calling this yellow of him. It's very, very off dandelion. If that's even a color shade, I don't know, but to me, I guess that is now. Compared to this like more vibrant, bright, life-giving yellow that, of course, this one has. Also, he does have, I can't tell, I think maybe the head, no. Yeah, you know what? The heads are the same. The head for, you know what? Let me show you. We're bringing out the Bumblebee triplets. The head that was for the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Cybertronian Bumblebee, is a completely different head sculpt from both of these, which essentially are the same ones, but that's for another video. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to transform him, and we will be right back after these messages. Alright, and here we go in his vehicle mode, and I love I love the design of the car. And again, it's the same vehicle mode down to the T, except the color scheme and the Autobot insignia as Cliff Jumper. And I mean, it rolls. I love how it. I can't exactly put my finger on exactly what it's supposed to look. I don't know if it's supposed to kind of be more like a made up car, or if it's like kind of based off, because it looks like something from definitely like the 80s, like early 90s. One thing you can do with this is, if you really want to, you can put the cannon on top of him, and this looks kind of goofy. There's another mode, but it's just a little bit too kind of, again, wonky. I just love the way the colors that they chose for this vehicle mode. I mean, it's the silver for the rims. I mean, for the wheels. I mean, it looks really good. They got silver for the handle. They got a nice little black strip right along the front, and also another one that runs just right underneath on the lip. They got that blacked out for his air scoop, and they used that smoky black plastic for the windshield and also for the windows. The back window is actually just painted black, and he's got his rear bumper. I do want to get a decal sticker sheet for him just to bring out like his taillights, his headlights, and some other further details, because they have a bunch of molded detail on him, and I just love it. So that is his vehicle mode, and how I like, if I, how often do I display him in his vehicle mode. I usually have his little blaster on the top of his car. He kind of looks more like, something James Bond would have, a little gun popping off the top of the car, taking out some evil bad guys, some baddies. And again, I mean, if you really want to, you could kaplow. That actually looks pretty cool. So, yeah, that is the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Worlds Collide Bumblebee. If you like the video, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this figure? Do you have it? Do you want it? Do you want some more of it? I can make that happen. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed, and to also hit the notification bell so you can be updated to when I upload. Because, oh, by golly, lately I've been having a blast doing it. I forgot how fun doing these videos were. I hadn't done it for a long time. To my current subscribers, you're probably aware I kind of took a long break from YouTube. But I'm back. I'm back in action. Back in action! And I'm ready to beastman it out for eons to come. Check me out again. Check me out on Instagram at the Mighty Beastman, all one word, the with an E, and also follow me on Twitter. Yes, Twitter, the almighty thing of all 9 realms, sarcastically speaking. Follow me on there. I post stuff. I post video links. I post memes. I have a blast doing it. If you're into Pokemon cards, I have decided to break out some of my old cards along with some of my newer ones. I've been posting pictures of those on there, so if you want to check out my Pokemon collection, also all my action figure photography, Power Rangers, Marvel, DC, Transformers, they're all there. So, thanks for watching, and remember, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Thanks for watching. Bye.